Meeting will come to order, please. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. Would you please take a second, turn off electronic equipment as we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Johanna, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Becker.
Here.
Commissioner Amadeo.
Here.
Commissioner Blumberg.
I am here.
We would like to call up Brian Duffy at this time to present the O'Hara McCormick Awards.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Thank you, everybody. We're here, the local FMBA 41 Fire Department, Margate City Fire Department, has a scholarship. We've had it for many, many years, and this year was an extraordinary year. We had some great applicants, and last year we gave out 4 $1,000 scholarships. This year, the decisions were so hard to make that we ended up increasing the number of students that we gave scholarships to. So this year we're giving 6 scholarships of $1,000 each out. And really that's a testament to the generosity of the community. When we give our fund drive out, which starts up every July, the people are very gracious and they help support our organization, and in turn we get to support all the other organizations throughout Margate and South Jersey. So without any further ado here, we have 6 winners. I'm going to call your name. You can come on up. We'll take a quick picture. We'll give you a scholarship and your money, and be on your way. So, Kadia Nami.
Can we go right to the money?
Yeah, that's, come on, that's what they're here for. Kadia Nami from Atlantic City High School. She's going to be, congratulations. Thanks. Right there. She'll be attending Westchester University, majoring in nursing. Olivia Marone. She goes to Our Lady of Mercy Academy. She'll be attending Marymount Manhattan College, majoring in business, right? Christopher Bradley from Mainland. Chris is going to Cape Community College, Atlantic Cape Community College. His major is undeclared, but we all know he's going to be a fireman one day. Elizabeth Gito from Atlantic City High School. I don't know if she's here tonight. She's going to Atlantic Cape Community College also, majoring in nursing. Rachel Olivo from Atlantic City is going to Berkeley College of Music, majoring in music and composition. And Juliana, help me out there. Leota, yes. Italian names are tough.
Yeah.
Sorry. From Ocean City High School, she will be attending Johns Hopkins University, majoring in biophysics and writing seminars. Yeah, pretty amazing. And this is our students in Margate, and that's what we're really proud of. So we're happy to have everybody here. Congratulations to you guys. All right. Slide over this way here. We'll take a quick picture. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm going to give everybody a choice. We have 2 meetings coming up. You're certainly welcome to stay for both of them, or we'll take a 2-minute break and you can take some pictures and leave, whatever. Not trying to throw you out. Of course, Chris Bradley's the first one to stand up. What does that mean? Special items for discussion. We will go right to department head reports. Frank, why don't you start this week?
In our water and sewer department this week, past 2 weeks, the motor burned up on one of our wells. We actually got it back online in 2 days. We actually put a new electrical board in there, and the well was running fine. We fixed like 3 water leaks this week. We also replaced the water valve at Pembroke and Ventnor. We also took care of the water problem at Clarendon and Monmouth. There was a storm drain water problem from a house pumping water, and we took a good look at it, and we were able to solve the problem for the neighbors. We've been very busy on the beach, and we're also starting to get ready for beach stock. We're setting up the electric already this week for the pavilion for all the vendors, and we also got 10 more of the igloos for the beach, which we'll be putting down tomorrow, which will give us 20 more trash cans down there that are enclosed, and the seagulls can't get to them, and it looks much cleaner. That's all I have.
Thank you, Frank. Jim?
Good afternoon. I put a letter in front of you from Eric Goldstein, reference to the synagogue. John Amadeo and I met over there with Eric and the contractor and the realtor to try to formalize a schedule of events which will happen with this building since it will go past the 15th. They were over there doing a demolition on the addition, which is on the Lancaster side of the building, and it looks to me like they're progressing pretty quickly. The one key aspect of it, of the whole issue, was I wanted watering on the job and no picking the site. Frank said he went by about 15, 20 minutes ago, and they were starting to water the site, so that's good news. As to picking the materials, the metal out of the job site, I said just get it in a dumpster and get it out of there. We don't want it to go into the 4th of July week. So Eric memorialized a letter to the city stating that on the, I think it's June 27th, that John Amadeo and I will go over and we'll meet with again and visually determine if the building is progressing along. If not, then we're just going to stop the job and tell them to do no more further demolition until after the September 15th deadline. So I gave you guys a copy, and if you guys got any questions, just give me what you want to talk about.
Anything else, Jim?
That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Jim. Scott?
Number of items. First off, the infamous blue light case. As I know, Commissioner Amadeo has taken a great interest in this. For that neighborhood, we have the proposed consent order. The individual and the various neighbors had shown up. We have that consent order here. It was prepared in conjunction with our prosecutor and the attorney for the defendant. I have it here. We're going to send you all an email copy. It has not been signed by Judge Rosenberger yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be because the attorneys have agreed on its form and content. Hopefully, this will bring to rest the contention in that neighborhood about the blue light house. I don't know if you have odds on that or not, but here it is. The order is done. It represents a lot of work. I want to compliment our prosecutor, Mr. Sy. I think he really went out of his way on this to try to make this happen and get it resolved for those neighbors. So that's one. Two, I've been contacted by Mr. Balanson on behalf of Mr. Saganis, the building across from Castles. They asked if there's a possibility that the governing body would consider a licensed area on the side of their building to store their trash and their recycles. Roger, are you familiar with this one? You are. And from what I saw preliminarily, I don't have a license or a final map. I don't have it yet. Maybe do you?
No, I was going out there to show you where they want to put it.
Right. So, can you get what would the dimensions be? It'd be in that right of way of the street on the side street. What happens now is the recycle and the trash sits on the curb. You get a wind, it blows around, it looks unsightly, it looks like a mess. I've seen it myself, maybe you have too. What they would like to do is we're going to tuck it up next to the
Like a
building.
trash corral on the side of the building, on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and it'll be tastefully done. Hopefully we'll have a diagram and a rendering of what it looks like in a precise location with a description. If you recall, we've given licenses to other buildings. Let's see, Margate Towers, when they redid their area, that was part of the right-of-way of Atlantic Avenue. I think some of the restaurants we have. This seems like it would be a really good upgrading, and it would put that trash and recycle behind.
How many
something.
foot into the right of way would it be?
Do you know, Roger?
4 foot.
4 foot?
Yeah.
And our right of way there is what, 10 or 11?
It's pretty
big.
wide,
About
yeah.
15.
And is it on the Burger Bar side, or is it on the Castle side?
It's
The
on
local
Gladstone, Gladstone
By
Avenue.
by the
what
Kid
side?
Rageous
The
or
the
whatever?
Rageous.
local side of the building, yes.
Yeah, so where Kid Rageous is.
By Kid Rageous.
What happened was they
neighbors
used to
there.
store them behind the building, but it became a fire code issue, so now they don't have a home. So they still need planning board approval to go in front of the property, but the planning board can't grant approval that the governing body needs to allow it in the right of way.
But just so I know, so it's on.
Kid
the-
Rageous
it's
side.
right next to Kid, it would be near Kid Rageous.
Correct.
Directly
Across
across.
from the
Street
cleaners.
from the dry
Correct.
cleaner.
Right, okay.
Back
The only
towards the
problem
rear.
I see is that one neighbor that lives right there, we had,
Goldstein?
what's her name?
Goldstein?
Yeah, we've had plenty of complaints from her through the years with when it was Bobby Ches carting in the seafood, using her driveway and also. I mean, I'm not against it, but I think maybe somebody should have a conversation with her, because she would probably be the obstacle.
I can go with you.
Well,
She may have moved. I'm not sure she still is.
the
Huh?
thing she's gone.
I think she moved.
It's sold, new people named you are.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Well, the purpose of bringing it up today is so that you're not hit cold with this. It's coming in, we've asked for drawings, plotting. You'll have time to, if you're in that neighborhood, you'll take a look at it probably, and you'll see it looks like it would be a much better situation than what they have.
Yes. I don't think there's any,
Right.
disagreement at this point.
So, that'll be coming. Okay, so, one more issue. I've been requested to take a look at, there was a zoning issue regarding combination setbacks. I've gotten some writings on behalf of an attorney. I don't know that it requires immediate attention. I know that we're gonna be doing our zoning ordinance soon. And this will be one of the items I think we get in there where it's the combination setback of both houses. One person building maybe a new home, in effect gets penalized if his neighbor doesn't have a conforming setback. Fair to say that,
Yes.
I think. So what I think we'll do is we'll put it in writing. This will be just one of a number of suggestions I think that we've been discussing in the past. Now we have our master plan adopted to adjust our zoning ordinance and improve it. So that doesn't surprise you. Two good things on dredging. As you know, we had our meeting with our grant people here in Margate, and we had about 10 or 12 of them here. And that was for grant monies where we're trying to do restoration. As you probably saw in today's paper, maybe, the editorial where Ocean City's moving forward to dredge all their lagoons. The biggest problem all the shore communities have is the cost of dredging and what to do with the dredged material. We have proposed as a city to either restore marine habitat by utilizing the cut across what was Captain Andy's, which is no longer passable basically at mid-tide, and it was man-made first place in 1940. Restore wetlands there. Or use Shelter Island, which is about 28 feet deep. As you know, we've been studying it. It's a new concept for the state of New Jersey, although it's being done in Maryland and Louisiana. But now New Jersey seems to be changing their attitude, and they're now kind of encouraging us to go forward. And we have grant money, which is what we've been using. I saw the recent email that Roger sent out from Eddie Wahlberg's testing of sediment and soil. For instance, our lagoons are 68% silt, 26% sand, which has great significance as to what you can do with that material. So it was a positive step forward. It was a great thing that they came down here to our city and met here at our city hall, and I consider it important, not only just for Margate, but really for all the shore communities. With that in mind, we also have a response, as you know, from the Deputy Commissioner of the DEP, Virginia Kopkash, and we are scheduled to meet with her on June 28th in Trenton. Now, we don't have a Fogo de Chai up in Trenton, but we do have a Mastriani's up there. You know what Mastriani's is? So who wants to go? And I look, at least they responded to us. And it'll benefit by Margate primarily if we can come up with some relaxation of these very harsh regulations, at least in my opinion. And they're paying attention to us. So we have a field trip to Trenton, and hopefully they're going to maybe revise ultimately some of the regulations that make it so cost prohibitive almost to do dredging. That's why we're doing this. Basically, it's about $100 a cubic yard right now if you truck it away to a landfill. So I consider that to be very positive too, Mayor, that she responded to your letter and set up this meeting. I know she's going to have her staff there. If you recall, we submitted 5 white papers from various engineers and professionals who on their own time put together responses to these various regulation amendments that we think should be implemented. So June 28th is a good day for Margate, hopefully. That's it.
Thank you, Scott. Fred, do you have anything?
I have nothing of major interest to report. Just keeping the buildings going and keeping our departments running.
Thank you for that, Fred. Johanna?
Okay, we are advertising the bicycle sale for July 8th at 10 a.m. through the police department. Barbecuing on the beach will be the 2nd of July and the 4th of July.
Saturday and Tuesday, right?
Sunday and Tuesday. All our liquor licenses have been completed. They've all submitted all their paperwork, so we will be issuing liquor licenses to everyone as of July 1st. That's it.
Thank you, Johanna. Chief Devasso?
Mayor, as you know, the beaches are open and in full swing. Things are going very well down there. Also, I wanted to announce on the fire side, our night at the library. I'm going to ask my deputy for a little help. I forget the date.
June 29th, 6:30 p.m., open house at the library.
Okay, June 29th, 6:30 p.m., open house. It's a great night. It's fun for all the kids in town. It's very educational, and I would encourage everybody to be there if they're able to, or tell somebody about it. A couple other things I wanted to mention. Could you pass these out for me, Johanna? Recently, we had a grill fire in Margate that caught a house on fire. And I wanted to leave some papers here, some handouts for the public. We'll put them up right up here by the agendas. Please take one or two and give them out. It just so happens that this grill was not dirty or anything like that, or greasy. It was a brand new grill. It was faulty, and it was too close to the house. So when it lit off, the owner could not move it at that point because the propane was burning. It was very hot. It was so hot it burned the whole bottom metal portion of the grill out. Caught the house on fire. Due to our quick response time, it did not extend into the house, which is, a great thing to have in this town. But I want to please take one of these. They're very important. And if you have any questions, call the fire department. Also, in light of the tragic fire in London, I'm sure most of you have seen that on TV. I don't know, does anyone in the public here live in any of the high-rises? Not today, but those alarms that go off in our high-rises need to be abided by, and you're supposed to vacate the building every time and get into the habit of doing that. These people did not do that. Some of them became complacent, and because of the construction of the building over there, it was too late. Now, I also want to just say to our people that live in regular residential homes, please pay attention to your smoke alarms. Have a plan to get out. Plan that with your family members and a place to meet outside. It's very important. They're lifesavers. And if you need any help from us, call the fire department. We'll make an appointment and we'll help you out in any way we can. All right? Thank you. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Wilson?
Question
Hold it, sir.
of our fire chief. Why did that high-rise go like that? Hey, could ours go like that? No, they put.
It was the building materials that they used on the exterior of the building. There was lots of foam, highly flammable material, and it just went up like a, a Roman candle. Ours are not built that way. So, yes.
Scott, you okay with that answer?
Did that answer the question, Scott?
You're telling me it can't happen? You don't think
Not the way it did there.
it was the foam?
Yes. Ours
I thought
are,
it had to be something.
yeah, it's really tragic.
Roman candle. I mean, that was
Yes.
the whole thing.
There are homes built this way that can, can accelerate very quickly, but
Thank you, Chief. Chief Wilson.
Mayor, I have actually nothing to report today.
Good. Roger?
Thank you, Mayor. If anybody wants an alternative plan, instead of going to the open house at the library, there's a planning board meeting here at 6:30 on the 29th. Could be more entertaining. Keep getting a lot of phone calls about interest in what the people can redevelop on properties, so I don't see any end in sight of the redevelopment of Margate. Again, the planning board meeting is on the 29th. There's nothing else to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Marty?
I had two things. Chief doesn't like to brag and or pat himself on the back, but I can tell you that the hot dogs at the fire days that he cooks are unbelievable. So make sure that you bring your kids for the hot dogs. And my second question on a serious note is for Johanna related to Resolution 119-2017 with the 2 pocket licenses. Are we losing those? What happens?
We're extending them.
But
Because there's
the
a timeline.
resolution,
No, we are rescinding last year's pocket licenses because they need to file what's called a 1239.
okay,
It doesn't mean we are losing them. It means they had another procedure to do that was not done in a timely fashion.
okay,
So once it's completed, then they can be issued the pocket license for 16, 17, 17, 18, and if they wish to, they can apply for
okay.
18, 19.
And these two folks are aware of this condition?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
good, thank you.
You're welcome.
John? You have anything?
Yes, Mayor. Just quickly, I want to start off and just mention the great work that our fire department does, not only protecting us, but your work in the community, which was shown today with the 6 scholarships. So we want to all applaud you for your efforts and your fundraising efforts to keep that alive and take care of our Margate kids. I will correct Commissioner Blumberg on one thing. Last year, the hot dogs, the real hot dog cookers were Cameron Roan, who has some expertise in cooking, and I think Perry did some work also behind the grill. And I think he learned from Cameron Roan because he has some culinary skills besides being a firefighter. But you guys did a great job. Also, Frank, Claremont and Clarendon, the issue on Monmouth, the residents lived with that for almost 2.5 months, and until the grass clippings and everything started accumulating in the gutters, it set the alarm off, and that's when I got the call. But with Frank's expertise, Jimmy Galantino, and all the guys that understand our underground infrastructure as far as drainage goes, and as you showed me on the map, they targeted the issue. They solved it within 6 hours at the time I brought it to the table. And the neighbors, I've gotten several text messages and calls back from people that never even requested anything, just saying thanks for helping us out. So good job for you and your crew there. And the only other thing is, I had mentioned to the mayor and Johanna just a few minutes ago, I want Maury to be aware that Mrs. Dickstein from 9600 and the Smoke Free Coalition, they want to be on the agenda for the July 7th meeting. They want to talk about, okay, they understand we're not going to create an ordinance, but they want to put please do not smoke signs bulkheads at the end of each beach. So I said, you know, I can't, you're gonna have to make a presentation to commission and we'll have a discussion. Okay? That's all I have,
Thank you.
Mayor.
Thank you, John. I want to commend Frank also. There was a flooding problem on Winchester Avenue. You remember this one, Frank? People were complaining every time it rains, it flooded, and didn't do that before. And I asked the engineer to look at it, and I thought, you know, I should really ask Frank. Frank went down there, and they forgot to take the covers off of the grates, pulled the grates up, took covers off, and problem solved. Good job, Frank. It was really good.
Excuse me, Mayor.
That's the
Excuse me,
inspector's
Mayor.
man.
I take offense to Commissioner Amadeo's statement about the hot dogs.
Yes. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Because Roan and Coker don't know what they're doing on that grill.
They certainly do. I'll stick up for you guys.
We'll give them one of
Thank
these.
you very
Chief,
much.
and then maybe they'll be safe, but maybe not good. Okay.
There you
All right. At this point, we will open a public comment. You have 3 minutes to talk about anything that was discussed here today. If you have another subject you'd like to talk about, it will be at the beginning of the next meeting, please. Is there any public comment?
Sewell 22 West Drive. A question to our esteemed solicitor. You mentioned about the grant being discussed and hopefully garnered. And if you were to exclude the $100 a cubic yard landfill option, but instead be able to drop the spoilings close by, what would the percentage of grant money to a rough estimated total cost of the project be?
The grant money is not to implement dredging. The grant money is to study environmental issues relative to dredging, including, at this point, restoration of marine habitat. Margate's trying to be a leader on this, where we, and we're working closely with Ventnor. As you know, we own Shelter Island with Ventnor. We'd like to be able, instead of having to truck it 26 miles away, we'd like to be able to put it in this 28-foot deep hole out in the middle of the bay, which we call a dredge hole. Or if we could use the Amherst Avenue cut. So the study is that. Now, the $100 a cubic yard is what the most recent figure we got from not only Blue Water Marina here in Margate, but I understand some dredging in Avalon and Ocean City, roughly $100 a cubic yard, which is a very expensive proposition.
But getting back to the question, have we been working on a dollar figure for this dredging project?
Well, no, we don't have a dollar
Don't
figure
have a
yet
dollar.
because we don't know how to dispose of the dredge material.
Assuming that it's not the $100 a cubic yard landfill.
It would be very speculative for me to say.
All right.
I could only
But can
give
we
you an
work
estimate.
on it over the next month or
We're trying to get
two?
it well below $100 a cubic yard. That's the objective.
But at the point I'm making, has anybody given a ballpark figure yet on this dredging
How many
undertaking?
cubic yards is this question?
How many cubic yards?
No, that's not the question. The question is the entire project and its cost. Rough
We
estimate.
have no idea yet, John.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, shouldn't there be some undertaking to study the cost to the taxpayer? And one last question to both chiefs. That June 29th doggy thing, is that both police and fire, or just fire?
Just fire.
Just fire this thing.
Fire.
And the police gonna have a separate?
They do it at the ballpark.
No, we do it at the library. too.
Fire.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay,
But you also do one at the ballpark. The
Okay.
union does.
No, they do funding.
Oh, fun day.
okay, thanks a lot.
I would like to just make one clarification so you understand. You could look at today's editorial about Ocean City. They're looking at close to $20 million. They're way more than us, way more. I actually have somebody interning now who's compiling me all the articles on dredging for South Jersey in the last 5 to 10 years. And I hope to be able to maybe share that with Margate. It'd be something that people would find extremely interesting, because we have a problem.
But wouldn't it behoove us to try to nail down an approximate rough cost of this project?
Yeah, it all depends on the amount of cubic yardage that you're moving, whether it's 100,000 cubic yards. I think our top estimate would be 300 if we were perfect and did everything needed, but I don't foresee the city going that much.
All right, what I'm saying is the next couple of months, try to hammer out a rough cost.
Try to do that, John.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, you guys doing? My name's Angelo Sika. I live at 300 North Wilson Avenue. I was speaking about the sewers backing up. We were here a few weeks ago and just want to know, have you made any progress? Have you been moving along with trying to get the water from coming up the sewers and flooding our houses every time we get a storm?
You missed the last meeting, Angelo. The
Yes, I did,
engineers have been
sorry.
out there, inspected the valves needs replacing. We're looking to get a price, and then we'll
Okay,
find the money to do it.
okay, I just
Roger,
wanted
you got a
to,
quote from Poland, didn't you? There's 2 valves available.
So, it's in the process.
okay, well, I just wanted to know what kind of progress we were making. Thank you for your
So
time and
you're
energy. I
welcome.
appreciate it.
That was a good price, 1,500.
Anyone else?
Fred Weinstein, 15 South Cedar Grove Avenue in Margate. I've been a resident for 24 years. Mr. Abbott, congratulations on your reappointment as Margate Solicitor. Your service over the years has been significant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. Any other comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
So moved.
Second,
Mayor Becker,
yes.
Commissioner Amadeo,
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes,
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mayor Becker,
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo.
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes.
We will begin the regular meeting in 5 minutes.